hello. It's probably pretty obvious that I'm a big girl. I'm a hefty, chubby, sizely, voluptuous, zaftig, shapely girl. Do I wish I could fit into any little damn piece of clothing that I find at grandma's garage sale? Of course. But I have some wicked tricks up my sleeve to make myself look like this, to make skinny girls want to raid my closet so I can say, oh, I don't think that would fit you, girly. So, if you're a plus size person, listen up because I've got some tips for dressing to the nines. If you're a skinny girl, I love you. I love you. I think you're gorgeous. I think you're fabulous. I think you're beautiful. I think you're strong. I think you're smart. I think you're sexy. But am I impressed by your outfits? Most of the time, no. Because you found that Comme des Garçons shirt that fits perfectly at a Vancouver Savers. And I had to jump through hoops to look like this, okay? Love ya, love ya. This is for plus size people only. Listen up. I especially want to talk about plus size fashion with a vintage inspired slant because that is my bread and butter. There are a couple of things that plus size people have working to our advantage when dressing vintage inspired. If you have boobs like me, for example, one of the hardest things to make a vintage inspired outfit look a little bit more historically accurate, a little bit more on theme, is the lingerie. Modern torrid bras make your boobs round and look at this. It's just two big balloons on your chest, and that is a very modern silhouette, okay? Here's what you do when you don't want a modern silhouette. You go to Macy's, you go to Kohl's, you go to the Goodwill, you go to estate sales. You find the grandma-iest bra you can find. It's probably practically a bullet bra. It was probably made in the 90s. For Esther, for Muriel, for Edith, okay? So that's where you're gonna wear under a dress or a shirt where you want your boobs to look like cones or a little bit less like beach balls, okay? I'm wearing a beach ball bra today, but I have plenty of Esther and Muriel bras in my drawer that work very well for securing a more vintage looking silhouette. Okay. Number 2, for Edwardian silent film inspired girlies, they used to look like us, okay? They were big, they were round, they were soft, they were gorgeous. Doing a 1920s inspired look, Sophie Tucker was one of the sexiest bitches alive in the 1920s, and that's what you get when you're wearing a gorgeous 20s inspired look. Gorgeous Edwardian 1910s, you just want to look like a beautiful, soft Gibson girl. You've got it in the bag, okay? Many people think that the 20s silhouette is supposed to be boxy and boyish. It doesn't necessarily have to be. The drop waist dress can still be a little bit tailored, and fit in a way that doesn't make you just have like a big shelf of fabric over your boobs. There's subtle, important ways to make 1920s fashion work for plus size bodies. A lot of it has to do with lingerie, some of it has to do with tailoring, some of it's luck when you get an 80s does 20s inspired day dress situation. Fantabulous, fantastic, looks gorgeous on you. For 1950s, girl, you have it made, okay? The hourglass, the apple body was big. Was Marilyn Monroe plus sized? No. By our standards, whatever this means, she was mid-size or whatever, but the 50s silhouette wants you to really fill out your clothes. 50s fashion, fat girls, you've got it made. For 1960s girls, of course, 1960s has the boxy A-line silhouette again that can indeed look flattering on a plus-size body. Tailoring sometimes has to be involved to maybe draw in the waist a little bit for less of a shape, but it can still be flattering. The dress I'm wearing, for example, is 60s inspired. I've got that Priscilla Presley style look, and I look like a gorgeous, scrumptious little cupcake. So there's hope, there's options. 70s, 80s, maybe even late 60s is where you can actually start finding what they call velour pieces, and these are pieces that were made specifically back in the day for a plus size body. It takes a lot of fine print reading to see the actual measurements. Know your measurements, that's really important. Bust line, under bust, with and without a bra, with and with your grandma bra, with your Torrid bra. Know your measurements, because when you're looking on eBay and Depop, it is really crucial to understand how big and forgiving a garment is. The thing about 80s, 90s, and 2000s velour pieces is that many of them are Coldwater Creek, Dress Barn, Chadwick's, J. Jill. You know, these are mom clothes, okay? Don't let that freak you out. A mom item, no offense to moms, I'm sorry, I'm not being, you know what I mean when I say mom though, right? Like Dress Barn from Ross in 1999, it was for moms back then, but now there's a casual, fun little thing called Whimsy Goth, and Coldwater Creek and Dress Barn and Sag Harbor have your back, okay? You can look like the most scrumptious Whimsy Goth 90s bitch in the club with a waist over 28 inches. I promise. My waist is 40 inches, and I love Whimsy Goth aesthetics. A lot of that stuff I get from Depop and eBay, and it's dirt cheap because it's mom clothes. Not on me. I style it up. So it really is about sneakiness, ingenuity, conniving, cunning to make the ugly clothes that are made for us work in our favor. I forgot the most important and easy way to dress in a vintage inspired way as a plus size person, and that is the accessories. If you have a good eye for accessories, if you can hone in on what accessories will make or break your outfit, you will have a competitive edge over skinny minis who can fit into anything every time. This hat could fit anybody, but I snapped it up on Etsy because I knew it would elevate stuff I already had. Huge frames, gumball necklace, this vintage Sarah Coventry apple gold chain necklace, these wacky earrings, not historically accurate, but they really kind of tie in this like wacky maximalist thing that I've got going on. Snag tights for my 60s girlies who want to wear tights and go-go boots. Snag tights has fantastic sizing. Their sizes go up to a G. I'm an F, a short F, which means that the tights are, 2X or so, but they're short for short, stout girlies like me. For 60s girlies, go-go boots are really important. They can really add to the look. Pleaser Shoes has wide calf go-go boots. I have calves that are 20 inches around at their biggest. That's enormous. I have shapely legs, but Pleaser go-go boots with a little bit of coaxing can get on my legs and look fantastic. I also really enjoy the Fig style go-go boots from Bait Footwear. I would look for wide calf suede boots on Depop, eBay, and Etsy. Not because they're specifically go-go boots, but they are boots and they often come in interesting colors and can really elevate an outfit. Knowing what shoes work for an outfit is really important. I hope this was helpful. If you're a plus size vintage inspired person, please give me a shout out in the comments about some of your tips and tricks for finding clothes that work for you. I'm sorry I didn't really touch on mask presenting or men's fashion in this video. I dabble. I dabble. I do like menswear. I do like men's fashion. But I am always hung up by the fact that I can't get a button-down shirt to close over these puppies. So I'm workshopping my mask presenting kind of stuff at the moment. So please, if you're a vintage inspired mask, if you're a vintage inspired dude, give me a shout out about what tips and tricks work for you. Beautiful. Until next time, bye.